Whispers in the dark, flickering lights, cold footsteps in empty corridors. Welcome to the shadows of South America. Tonight, we're unlocking the doors to the 10 most haunted hotels in Brazil. These aren't just places to rest your head. They're places where the past never sleeps. Behind every door lies a story, and not all the guests have checked out. Dare to enter? 1. Hotel del Glória, São Paulo. The once grand Hotel del Glória stands in ghostly silence in the heart of São Paulo, cloaked in decay and mystery. Once a lavish retreat for the city's elite in the early 20th century, its gilded halls now echo with an eerie stillness, broken only by things unseen. Locals crossing its weather-worn facade at night glance away hurriedly, some claiming to feel cold breaths on their necks or glimpse shadowy figures flitting past the shattered windows. Legend has it that a young maid met her untimely end in one of the rooms after a tragic fall, though whispers in the city are vague on whether it was an accident or something more sinister. Residents in the area swear that long after the doors closed for good, they've spotted a ghostly figure carrying linens down the darkened halls, vanishing into thin air when approached. When the wind blows just right, faint sounds of laughter and hurried footsteps float onto the empty streets, echoes of a long-forgotten past. They say the maid remains there, trapped between realms, unable to rest. For the brave who venture near, the chill in the air isn't just the draft. It's a whisper of the haunted history that thrums within the hotel's decaying heart. 2. Grand Hotel, Tvasaurus, Petropolis. Nestled. Amidst the misty hills of Petropolis, the Grand Hotel, Tvasaurus, stands as a grand reminder of Brazil's opulent past. But for those who linger too long, the air grows heavy with something far less inviting. Beneath its polished facade, whispers of ghostly secrets reside, lurking in the shadows of its once majestic corridors. Once a retreat for Brazil's elite, the hotel bears the weight of its history, much of it unwritten. Guests have recounted the spine-chilling sensation of eyes watching them from darkened corners, though no one is there. Late at night, the soft hum of whispers float through the hallways, muffled yet distinct, speaking a language the living cannot decipher. Furniture moves ever so slightly when backs are turned, and mirrors seem to reflect more than just the room behind. Some say the spirits belong to the forgotten workers who toiled here during its prime, while others claim a darker force lingers, a shadow of the hotel's aristocratic patrons, their sins tethering them eternally to this plane. The most daring visitors speak of cold, spectral hands brushing against them as they sleep, accompanied by an unearthly voice murmuring, "You don't belong here." The question lingers, would you dare to stay the night? 3. Hotel da Estação, Paranapiacaba. The fog comes first, thick, cold, and suffocating. It crawls through the narrow cobblestone streets of Paranapiacaba, swallowing the quaint 19th century English-style town in an eerie gray embrace. At the heart of the mist, the Hotel da Estação looms like a forgotten relic, its wooden facade weathered and tired, whispering of a past steeped in mystery and sorrow. Once bustling with railway workers and travelers, the hotel has seen decades of stories, but not all of them have left with their tellers. Locals warn visitors of flickering lantern lights in the windows, long after the hotel has supposedly gone dark for the night. Guests speak of spectral figures dressed in ancient railway uniforms, silently pacing the halls before vanishing into the damp, heavy air. And then there's the whistle. At the stroke of midnight, the faint, mournful wail of a train echoes through the fog, though the rails have been silent for years. Some claim it's the spirit of a doomed conductor, guiding a phantom train bound for nowhere. Others say it's merely the wind, though no one who stays at Hotel da Estação believes that for long. Stay if you dare. But the mist clings tightly here, refusing to let the past go. Would it let you? 4. Hotel Fazenda Campo dos Sonhos, Socorro. The rolling hills of Socorro cradle an idyllic retreat. The Hotel Fazenda Campo dos Sonhos, where families flock for a taste of tranquility. Yet, beneath the veneer of rustic charm lies a haunting that clings to the land like a shadow at dusk. The whispers begin as night falls, faint and hollow, drifting through the older buildings, a conversation just outside the range of understanding. Staff will tell you of voices that echo near the riverbank, though no one stands by the rippling waters. They say the surrounding acres once bore witness to turmoil, a long-forgotten history of settlers and bloodshed. The stables, seemingly serene in daylight, hold secrets that stir in the dark. Guests have caught glimpses of flickering figures in the barn windows, vanishing when approached. Eerie hoofbeats resound after midnight, though the horses remain locked in place. Locals tell hushed tales of a woman in white who appears along the misty trails, her form flickering as if caught between two realms. They warn travelers not to follow her into the trees, for some who claim to have done so speak of feeling hands gripping their shoulders, and of others no one ever hears from again. Welcome, if you dare. 5. Hotel Unao, Santa Catarina. In the heart of Santa Catarina, where cobblestone streets echo with whispers of the past, stands Hotel Unao, a place steeped in history and shrouded in mystery. Since its opening in the 1800s, its weathered facade has witnessed the passing of centuries. But the true stories lie within its time-worn walls. Locals speak in hushed tones of a lady in white who roams the hallways at night, her mournful cries piercing the silence. They say she's waiting for her lover, a soldier sent to battle who never returned. Guests often report flickering lights, doors slamming shut without reason, and cold drafts brushing their skin in the dark. Some have claimed to see her silhouette standing by the bedroom windows, gazing into the night, as if searching for someone who might never come. Others swear they've awoken to the sensation of someone sitting at the edge of their bed, a fleeting glimpse of white vanishing the moment they turn their head. The staff never speak of her directly, but their guarded expressions tell enough. Perhaps in the flicker of a candle or the whisper of the wind, you might catch a glimpse of her sorrow. But beware, she does not like to be disturbed. 6. Hotel Fazenda. Foz do Marinheiro, Cardoso. On the surface, the Hotel Fazenda. Foz do Marinheiro appears idyllic, lush greenery, serene rivers, and rustic cottages that seem plucked from a storybook. But as the sun dips below the horizon and the playful chirping of birds is replaced by an unsettling silence, the beauty of the farm gives way to its darker secret. Legend whispers that this land harbors the tormented spirits of colonial Brazil. In the stillness of the night, guests have reported the faint but unmistakable sound of children laughing, echoing through the corridors and drifting into empty cottages. Their joyless giggles feel strange and misplaced, sending chills down spines. Others swear they've heard murmurs, as if whispered conversations are happening just beyond reach. The old horse stables, abandoned and shadowed under the moonlight, seem to hum with energy, a magnetic pull daring even the bravest to come closer. Local elders speak of workers who died under mysterious circumstances during harsh colonial times, their souls never finding rest. Paranormal investigators who visited claim the energy here is heavy, the kind of weight that crafts nightmares. This is no simple rural retreat. Here, the past refuses to be silenced, and every creak, every whisper, seems to carry the weight of history's haunted sorrow. 7. Hotel Tambaú, João Pessoa, where the endless blue of the Atlantic kisses the shores of João Pessoa. The architectural marvel of Hotel Tambaú juts out into the sea. Its rounded design is as unusual as its haunting reputation. By day, the hotel glimmers under the sun, offering views of waves that seem to stretch forever. But when night falls, the atmosphere changes. The once welcoming sound of the tide turns foreboding, echoing against the walls like ghostly whispers. Guests have awakened to faint dripping sounds in their rooms, though no source can ever be found. Shadows dance along the curved hallways, slipping just out of sight. Some visitors hear faint footsteps padding across the carpeted floors, yet the corridor remains empty. The most chilling tales come from those who dare to spend the night in rooms overlooking the water. They've reported waking to the sensation of someone watching them, or even, fleetingly, feeling a cold touch on their skin. Locals tell stories of fishermen lost at sea, their souls still tethered to the waters surrounding this peculiar structure. Others speak of the construction laborers, lives claimed mysteriously during the hotel's creation in the 1970s. Whatever the cause, those who stay at Hotel Tambaú often leave with more than the scent of the ocean lingering in their memory. 8. Pastana Rio Atlantica Hotel, Rio de Janeiro. The Pastana Rio Atlantica Hotel gleams with luxury along the bustling shores of Copacabana Beach, a beacon of modern extravagance amidst the warm, golden sands. But for those who dare linger past the sheen of its inviting facade, whispers of its haunted past spread like a chill wind through the tropical air. Decades ago, under circumstances obscured by time, a tragic incident marred one of the hotel's upper floors. Details are scarce, but all accounts speak of sorrow so deep it carved a lingering scar into the building's soul. Guests who check into those high floors often report eerie cold spots, unnaturally sharp and jarring in the sweltering Rio heat. The soft, rhythmic lapping of ocean waves outside is sometimes drowned out by odd electrical hums, televisions that flicker on by themselves, radios playing songs from decades gone by, lights blinking like frantic Morse code. And then there's the presence. Past midnight, some guests have woken abruptly, unable to move, a shadow drifting near their bed or mirrors. They whisper of a forlorn figure, neither man nor woman, simply an outline etched in sorrow, pacing endlessly as if searching for rest that will never come. Guests leave with questions. Few dare return. 9. Hotel Bella Vista, Vultaronda. Perched high on a hill, overlooking the sprawling city of Vultaronda, lies the stately yet foreboding Hotel Bella Vista. A remnant of Brazil's industrial age, this historic hotel carries the weight of decades of whispered rumors and shadowy tales. Once a lavish residence for the top brass of the steel mills, its grandeur has faded, replaced by a chilling atmosphere that unsettles even the bravest guests. Visitors often speak of an unnatural stillness that clings to the air, as though the walls themselves are holding their breath. Late at night, the long, carpeted hallways seem to hum with an unseen energy, and shadows appear to move where no light should be cast. The most unnerving accounts, however, come from those who've been jolted awake by the unmistakable sensation of their blankets being tugged, a cold, deliberate pull by hands that aren't there. Staff whisper of disembodied voices and muffled conversations echoing in the empty ballroom, a space where laughter and music once thrived, but now lay dormant. Some claim that former residents, bound by untold secrets, still wander the building's hallowed halls, forever lingering between the realms of the living and the dead, waiting for something or someone. Will you dare to stay the night? 10. Hotel Esplanada, São Paulo. In the heart of São Paulo's bustling city center looms the Hotel Esplanada, a building steeped in history and cloaked in shadows. Once a haven for dignitaries and Brazilian performers of the 1930s, its grand halls and ornate ballrooms whispered of opulence. But behind the marble columns and crystal chandeliers lingered darker secrets that have transcended time. It is said that the spectral echoes of its glamorous past have never truly left. Long since converted into a federal police building, the hotel remains eerily alive at night. Staff speak in hushed tones of a phantom piano, playing mournful melodies, that drift through empty corridors, songs that no living fingers seem to play. Elegant figures dressed in vintage evening attire have been seen waltzing through the ballroom, only to vanish when approached. In the dead of night, the sound of soft laughter or the rhythmic tapping of a shoe on marble reaches the ears of weary night guards. Some claim the building is cursed to eternal revelry. Others believe restless spirits seek to reclaim their golden days. But one thing is certain: if you stand too long in the echoing silence of Hotel Esplanada, you will feel it too. That prickle of unseen eyes, watching, waiting. As the night deepens and shadows crawl, the secrets of Brazil's haunted hotels linger in the air, awaiting the brave or the foolish. If you dare, share your thoughts below, like this video, and subscribe for more. Sweet dreams, if the whispers don't wake you.